beautiful human, and welcome or welcome back to your daily pick me up message. If this is not the first time that you see my face, you already know I come with a massive message packed, and honestly at this point you know how this works. Like, your higher self like called you here. Yeah, like it has nothing to do with me really. I'm just here to bring a message across that came through very, very strongly, not only last night, but this morning specifically. So take what resonates, leave the rest for another. And okay, there are a lot of little nuggets that I'm meant to speak upon. First of all, today, 10th of December, yeah, I'm being drawn to the number 10, which is all about like completion, endings. And also, why I'm bringing this up is like there might be a need for you to switch something up that is a bit too rigid, I just heard. Something that keeps you a bit too confined when you're meant to flow with the current energies that are coming in. Like, you're meant to be liquid, basically. And how it showed up for me, for example, like those that have been here for a while, I've been sharing like daily channeled messages from your higher self, like in form of a letter, right? I am feeling called to basically outsource that into my community tab. So you're going to find those there from here on out. But this format, yeah, like I thrive in the flow. I don't want to be constricted to kind of like what I'm about to say and share. No. Like, this is meant to be pure flow, baby. And this might be something where you're like asked to have a little look into certain areas of your life where you are a bit too constricted right now. So that is just a little side message. The main message, and why you probably clicked on this, is, and honestly, I touched upon it before, like a couple of times already, but you are noticing it. Yeah, you are very in tune with energy. Like, I can pick up on it. Like, you're highly sensitive to what is going on, what lies beyond the veil, what meets the eye. And this is funny. This is basically also somewhat to link with the message. But there's a massive shift happening, yes, collectively, but also on an individual level for you, and how you interact with your environment and everything there is. Because, and feel free to let me know in the comments if this is really hitting home for you now, but for the majority of your spiritual journey, yeah, like the moment you awaken, you've basically been just like bombarded and burdened with a lot of karmic entanglements and generational like curses and cycles you were meant to break. And it was just like one thing after the other, right? Like, it was like, can I get a break? And I literally see you. Yes, I see you nodding. We're just perfect. I mean, like going through it was freaking, like, it sucked ass, like, let's be honest here. But being on the other side of it now, you're like, oh, I cannot believe I actually made it out. Yeah, it's like, actually, kudos to me. Like, tap yourself on the back for that. But this is all that you've ever known. Yeah, this is how your spiritual journey started. And also, a little side note that I'm meant to share with you now is, it was not only yours to carry. You also burdened yourself a lot with what the collective was carrying overall. But here's the thing, like, this is something that you volunteered for, yeah? It was your soul before incarnating being like, honestly, at this potent time in like human evolution, like, it's incredible. I choose to be one of the soldiers, the courageous ones, and I wanna help lift the shadow, the unconscious, the false, quote unquote, matrix, like all the lack mentality stuff that we've been manipulated with. Like, I want to help wipe the slate clean. And this is what you did. And that is why this is all that you've ever known. Why is this coming through? Because now you might be at a point where you're like, what now? Because you've noticed a shift. And this is just confirmation. And this came through so strongly this morning when I said a meditation. It's like, you're clean. Oh, my body chills. Yes. Your connection to yourself, your connection to also beyond you has never been this clear before. That means your ability to also access what lies beyond, what the eyes can see, what is beyond this, physical realm. You catch yourself having your psychic abilities and gifts like super heightened. And it's for a good reason. Because, and this came through as well, which is so freaking beautiful, with each acquaintance you make, yeah, with any energetic being of like the higher dimensions. I mean, we're like in 3D, right? We're tapping into like 4D, 5D, anchoring that consciousness awareness in. But like on the higher dimensions, like angels, galactic family, dragons, ancestors, ascended masters. These are all now so freaking accessible to you. Yeah. And they obviously carry a lot of wisdom. And all this wisdom is only ever meant to what? Aid you on your journey, obviously, and like bring you information that you need in order to take these steps like in the physical, right? And how it showed up for me is like when I sat in meditation, I never, given myself permission to literally see if I'm able to connect to like higher dimensional beings. Well, turns out I'm very well able to do that, because the first energy that came through was the one of my dragons. Like so playful and loving, and literally it's so funny because it was staring into my eyes like so like closely, and I'm like, okay, taken aback for a second, but then I'm like, okay, surrendering into it. And the message that came through like from one of my dragons, that basically goes for overall like dragon energy. If you feel called to connect with yours and like collectively, please do, because the message that came through is like they are here to protect and they want to help. So if you are in need of some extra protection, if you want to call that in for yourself, please do. And then there's also like another little side message with it. Once you connect with your dragon, make sure that you show them extra love and care, because they've been deprived of obviously like human affection for a very, very long time. Because for the majority of our lives, we've been taught to believe that none of this is true. It's just like fairy tale, when in fact, like, it's so true. Like, it couldn't be more true. It's just existing in another dimension, but everything is happening all at once, right? So it's just well to me. But anyhow, so this was the first message that came through, from the dragon realm. And then message number 2 came through from Mary Magdalene, which I'm like, oh my goodness. And I literally felt her like holding my hands, and I'm like, oh, this is really nice. And then I heard like, you are being held by the cosmic womb. Full of body chills. And this gave me like a very warm feeling, like very motherly. And I'm like, okay, this is really nice. And then a little side message, which it felt like it was coming from her, but it was also like a accumulation of like energies that I tapped into like throughout yesterday and also then this morning. Basically, with your connection being so clear, that also means your intentions, your thoughts, and where you direct them have never been this potent. Meaning, what you literally focus on expands and basically becomes manifest right away. Like, there's no more delay. And you might very well have noticed that in your reality as well. You have a fleeting thought, oh, this would be nice, forget about it, detach from it, and it shows up, and you're like, well, that's nice, like, what a coincidence, wink, wink, like, nothing like that exists. But, that is the type of energy. And it's not about like consciously manifesting anything right now. If you're like, oh yeah, but what could it? No, this is not what I'm saying here. It's more about realizing that with you having this heightened ability now to like literally sync up with absolutely everything that you could ever want and need, it's not about something specific, material, that you should, put your intention on, but the feeling you want to evoke like every single second of every single day. And like, I literally hear Mary Magdalene, it's like, exactly. So she's also just like reassuring, it's like about proclaiming, on the daily, what the experiences / feelings are that you want to see reflected in your reality. And that is it. Then you give it up and trust that God, Mother, Father, spirit, source, universe, like whatever name you resonate with the most, is going to fill the gaps accordingly. Yeah, so this was basically the majority of the message that wanted to come through. But I'm also going to make sure that I do not forget anything else. Okay, there's just like one small thing. You know how I said that with you, being so clean and clear at this time, this also means like you accessing your psychic gifts and abilities across dimensions is so freaking easy for you. Meaning you might also notice your ability to, I see like a huge emphasis on your third eye, yeah? Your ability to visualize, to receive visions might be out of the wazoo. I can just speak from personal experience. When I said in meditation this morning, I've never seen such vivid images in my life. I'm like, oh my goodness. But this is where the focus is going on to now. Yeah, it's about exploring more your cosmic origin, the energies that want to support you on this journey, and really like honoring and nurturing relationships with them. That is what it's about. Yeah. And then you literally work in coherence in the physical, but alongside, all the angelic, energetic, beautiful beings that are of the highest Christ light, that honestly have just been waiting for you to allow them to come in, because you had to get rid of all the gunk first. Like you had to make sure that you're stabilized, you're anchored, also I heard in your higher heart, to then be able to blast the frequency out, because that is obviously like the highest gift that you can give humanity, the collective as a whole. And then it was time for you to actually explore all that you are in your entirety, which is so freaking exciting if you're asking me. But feel free to let me know in the comments, how did this resonate? Like, are you noticing quote unquote spooky things, and just the voices that you're hearing, the things that you're seeing? It's like blasting wide open right now, yeah? And it's obviously also being supported by the cosmic energies, the solar activity that we're seeing. Like there's so much that we're currently receiving, like our light bodies are being upgraded, cellular upgrades, like so much is happening. So you might also feel the need to like tend to your physical body a bit more than usual. Like I certainly have noticed that, like also yesterday, just getting out of bed felt more hard than usual, more lethargic, I just heard. Yeah, so move slowly. Yeah, don't push yourself, don't force yourself. And again, I heard it, get rid of the remaining rigidity in your life. You're meant to exist in a space where you can literally flow, and where you get to dictate, okay, now I take action, now I take myself back, now I relax, now I take action again. Like it's a beautiful balance between both. It was always meant to be that way. But anyhow, my lovely, with that said, I'm feeling called to wrap this daily pick me up message up here now. I already said it, but go crazy in the comments. Like, I want to know, because this is also now a new way of me channeling, like messages down. And what I've noticed just more and more, like these videos or any messages that I'm also stumbling upon, they only ever act as checkpoints. Yeah, to see like, okay, this is where I'm at. So I'm just a mirror. So you take whatever you want. If you find yourself resonating, beautiful. If not, then that is completely fine, but you're still gonna get activated either way. Like you cannot escape it, because that is obviously quantum, right? But anyhow, also if you made it to the end of this very video, my lovely, comment. Okay, this has to be, right? Like comment an alien emoji. To like reconfirm, okay, like this is where you're going now. This is where you're meant to explore, yeah, and have fun with it, like within the connections of interdimensional, multidimensional beings that are here to assist you on your journey. So yay! But yeah, this is basically everything that I wanted to come through. Also, for those that would want to support my book launch, first link in the description box, feel free to check it out. If these messages are of high value for you if you find yourself like, oh, actually, this is helping me. The book that I'm gonna publish is literally gonna be your analog like pocket guide that you can carry with you everywhere you go. There's also like a reading sample, so just see if you're resonating with it. I would certainly appreciate your support very, very much. And the freaking cherry on the cake is you're gonna get a signed copy and the free ebook version if you end up, taking part in this pre-launch thingy special that I'm running until the end of the month. So yeah, but with that actually said, I'm gonna go now and I will hopefully see you here tomorrow because you already know I'm showing up every single day after all. Also, if you haven't checked it out yet, make sure to read the channel letter that came through for today. But this is, again, just a little switch up that I decided to do and it feels so good, honestly. So much more freeing. Anyhow, see you tomorrow. Yeah, I love you so much. Bye bye bye. Bye bye bye.